Hey, this is Sasha. Thanks for joining me here for another video and episode. And today I want to share with you the concept of why you're losing money on your option trade or maybe making money. Just some things maybe are working unexpectedly. So that's what I want to share with you today. If you're looking at your position, it's like, hey, why am I losing money on this trade? Shouldn't it be profitable? Or why am I making money? Hey, that's great. In that case, usually most people don't pay attention. So that's what I'm going to share with you today. Stay tuned and I'm going to answer the question of what's happening with your trade that's unexpected. All right, so I'm pre-recording this video, obviously, and it's just because it's a good example, so I'll schedule this video sometime in the future. Today actually is November 21st, and you can see we have a downward move in the market, about 9 points or so. So you can see we were at all-time highs, then kind of pulled back, so it's pulling back a little bit. And I'll show you an example of what's going on with one of my positions right now. So this is a diagonal, and with a diagonal, you can see it's kind of bullish, right? It's a bullish position. And if you look at the market, we are down 8 points, almost 9 points. And it's like, hey, what in the world is going on? Because I'm profitable today, $67. So if you take a look at this position right here, it's profitable $67 today, even though we're down quite a lot, right? When you think about it, we're actually down quite a lot. And this curve right here shows that I should be making money as stocks go up. But since we pulled back, I should actually be losing money. And in this case, I'm actually making money. So what's going on? What's happening? You can see it's fluctuating between 41, 67, and sometimes it goes up to 90. There's 67. Sometimes it goes up to a little bit higher, sometimes a little lower. But in either case, for a 9-point move that's down, it was even at 10 points before. Here's our S&P. This position's actually holding very steady and still positive. Now, usually what happens is most people don't worry about it in this case because they say, hey, well, my position's profitable. What do I have to worry about it? Great. It's great news. It's fantastic. I'm not worried about it. So people usually brush that off. The issue actually I've seen before is when people see these positions and they're actually negative, like it should be going up. I should be making money, but I'm not. And the big problem with that is it's behaving in a way you don't expect. And that's usually because you're not understanding or how the puzzle pieces fit together, or you're not seeing one side of the picture. So that's all it really means, is just the position's behaving a little wacky. And that really happens because this position is affected by three main things, okay? Number one, it's this delta right here. So we got a delta, we've got a theta and a vega. Now remember, gamma is part of delta. It is, the rate of change of the delta. So ultimately you have a couple of main things, which is price, and then you have time, and then you have the volatilities. So price is the big thing most people pay attention to. They pay attention to price because when they look at price, they think, okay, well, stock prices are down, so I probably should be losing money. And this is what everything is being talked about, is usually it's the price. And that's what people really look at. And then the second thing they'll look at is the theta. Well, okay, well, you might be up because of the theta, but they don't look at really the vega. They kind of exclude it. And this is where I want you to start looking at it in a bigger picture form. Which one is the one that's going to make you the most money if it goes up or down? Well, depending on if it goes in your favor, depending on your position, the biggest Greek, whether it's positive or negative, doesn't matter. Think of absolute numbers, right? The bigger the actual number. The biggest number actually here is the vega. So the vega is actually doing the most work for you in this case and in this situation. Theta is second and price is third. So when you look at the ratio and the rate of this, well, vega is almost 2.5 times larger than the theta. So yes, theta is helping out probably a little bit today, but it's still at the beginning of the day. Delta, as you can see, we're down 9 points and this position was still profitable. So that should be like a $90 loss or so on the delta. So we have a little bit of a positive theta and we have a positive vega. So really in this position, and from the experience I have of talking to people, a lot of people just miss out on the vega part. And this is really what behaves in a weird way that is not as common. Price, most people understand because you're shopping, you buy groceries, hey, prices went up or prices went down. Time you understand because today is not tomorrow and tomorrow is not the next day. So you understand that one day decay equals whatever that number. But volatility is a little weird because it's not something we use on a day-to-day basis. And that's really where your position can be affected. And you can see right here, well, I've got my theta here 50, so I should be up at least 50, but I'm also making, you know, actually 94, 68. So you can see I'm making even a little more. And in part because number one, I'm losing a lot on the delta side, but I'm making it back because of the Vega. Because when you look at the VIX here, it is up almost a whole point. It is up about 0.82. So we're up at 1360 right now. And that's really what's making things kind of positive in this way. And if you're getting the opposite effect where you're seeing things a little bit more negative, well, again, it's probably one of those issues. If you understand price very well, that's your delta. If you understand theta, that's your time, and Vega is really probably what's giving you a little bit of a wrench, because I find that's usually what most people don't understand. And keep in mind, these are your risks. So these are the risks, and then here you have your price risk, your time risk, and your volatility risk. So this is where you make or lose money as well. So I hope this kind of makes sense, gives you a little bit of idea and perspective to kind of just look at it in a bigger picture of why you're maybe making or losing money, and if it's happening unexpectedly. And if it does, helps you out, great. If you need a little bit more insight, check out our website at Rise, the number 2, LEARN, and we have a class here coming out, getting started with trading options for monthly income. You can learn a lot more. There's live classes, live sessions. There's also a ton of great courses that we have for stock trading that you can take a look at, even some books. And if you have a specific question actually that you want me to answer for you, you can go to our support page and submit a question by voice as well and record one, and you might be featured on the show. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me. Remember to go ahead and click that subscribe button right there if you want to get subscribed to other news insights or YouTube, get notified when I release other videos, or of course, join the newsletter list so you get notified when these courses, classes get released by clicking the link over here. And we have a freebie section that's coming out soon as well that you could download a ton of great Excel sheets, worksheets, and all that great stuff. Thanks again, and remember, do what you love, contribute to other people, but most importantly, live life abundantly. I'll see you next time.